Hi, Gene Burnett from GeneBurnett.com. I thought we'd talk today a little bit about getting some trips and leg strikes or movements into your pushing hands. If you're willing to play outside the box of set your feet and don't move them, this stuff can be really fun. I do caution you to be a little careful because this is one of the few things that I've talked about on YouTube that could, possibly be injurious if you didn't do it right. So do go carefully and slowly on this. But we're going to build this up in stages, and it's really pretty simple, and it's really pretty fun once you get into it. So I'm going to have Neil just take a front stance, and he's going to take his front stance. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take steps that displace his legs and make him move, and he's going to yield to them. So what I mean by that is I'm not going to put my foot down and then try to knock him out of the way with my leg like that, or push him with my knee. I'm going to step in such a way, my foot's off the ground, and when I put it down, it makes him move. And all he's going to do is yield to that, just like I was pushing him and he was yielding to it like that, except I'm going to step in here and use the completion of my step to displace his leg. That's really important. I'm not putting my foot down and then bumping him like that with my leg or my body. I'm putting my foot down, in this case my heel is up. As I straighten my leg and put my heel down, that makes him move. Here, my toe is up. As I transfer my weight, so it's like you're just walking into his space, right? So come back over here a little bit. So he's going to do that. I'm going to step in. So here's one that you can do. Your ankle crosses his in the front. Your shin crosses his. Shift your weight and push his shin back. So that's here, here. Another one you can do is the back of your knee to either to his shin or to his thigh. I like to use the lower a little better. But again, I'm not putting my foot down and then pushing back. I'm leaving my foot up and then stepping into the space. Right? Another one is just a straight front stance that goes straight into him like that. Another one I can do is to bring my whole thigh against his thigh like that. If you experiment with this and play with it a little bit, you can think of all kinds of different ones. You can go around inside to outside, outside to inside, back here, back here. There's a bunch of them, but if you just pick one or two to begin with, just to get a nice sense of it, that's good. If Neil would do that to me, if I resist too much, that's where I could get injured. If I resist and I get bumped or I hold on to my joint. Also, I don't want to, when he does it, I don't want to just jump out of the way. It's in between. I want to have enough body so he feels like he has something, and then I'm going to move. I'm going to allow him to push my leg. The next step is that once you get comfortable with that, you can trade roles with your partner. The next step is to do it one into the other. So when I do him, he's going to take a step where I make him go. He's going to land on that foot, and then with the other foot, he's going to come back and do it to me. I'm going to land, and I'm going to look, and I'm going to see what I can get. Boom. And then he's going to land and look and see what he can get. I'm going to land, see what I can get. Land, see what I can get. Right? So we get into doing it one at a time, back and forth. The next step is to smooth that out a little bit, so that when I land, I'm kind of landing on a spring. So when he lands, it's like a soft spring, and then he springs back. So I land and then go. So I keep it as smooth as I can. I'm not jerking around too much. And you see the little body checks get in there too. If you can get them top and bottom, it's a nice way to off-balance somebody. The next step after that is to not look at the ground. Not look, like in the beginning it's fine to look and see what you're doing, but after a while you want to just feel it. So we're going to kind of keep our attention up here, but I'm going to feel my way into those, and he's going to feel his way in. And you can glance down a little bit and use your peripheral vision, of course, but you're not doing this. You don't want to get in the habit of looking down at the legs all the time. You want to have the habit of being up here, so that you can do this without looking down too much. You can just kind of feel it. Your legs become like tentacles or arms. They're feeling for ways to off-balance the other person. So really, it's kind of giving yourself like a third arm. You have these two arms plus whatever leg you're doing. We're not going to be doing any Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu where both legs jump off the ground and hook him around the head or something. We don't do that kind of stuff. So now the next step is to just take it into your pushing hands. So now we're doing pushing hands, except we've got these things as part of what we can do. So we're going to have this little secondary battle going on down below, and you're displacing and you're being pushed, and you're using that to help you. And it gives you a different dimension. So instead of being this up here, and we're thinking about what's going on here, we're also down here looking at what we can do to off balance or work with each other's root, with each other's base. Also, when it's being done to you, you can resist it a little bit, or you can use it to counter or to slip and move back again. So you discover there's like another little push hands game going on down below. But again, this is only if you're willing to give up your feet. If you're willing to give up position and move. If you're doing tournament style where you get penalized for moving your feet, then this won't apply. But it's a nice wrinkle that you can add to your pushing hands, and then when you take it to, say, partner work, like a partner form, you could be looking at where you can incorporate that in there. There's certain moments, like right here, boom, and then right here, yeah, so that you can start adding this to your strike. So when you're going for your strike, you're not just doing one thing, you're getting them on a couple of levels. You've got this displacing step in the lower body, and this is going on in the upper body. So just something to play with, a new wrinkle, if you want to add it to your push hands, give you a little more variety. I kind of go for, I'd like my whole body to respond to whatever I'm doing, not just pieces. I don't train to fight that much, but just in my everyday life, if I'm catching a plate or if I'm riding my bike or just going through daily life, navigating around physical obstacles and forces and things, I try to let my whole body respond to what I'm doing. That makes it kind of more of a Tai Chi life than just a bunch of segments, and then I go do my form, and then I'm back to segments again. You know, I want to keep everything involved, and so to bring your legs more into that picture, it's kind of nice. Those of you who are martial artists, I'm sure you've had those moments where you caught a plate on your foot or caught a knife, something like that. It's awful fun. So, all right, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like this kind of thing, and visit my website, GeneBurnett.com. Have a great day.